So, welcome to the pilot episode of the Haydon Rouse Show. So this is the pilot episode of what is going to be a new show by me, Haydon Rouse, about Herne Bay and the people and businesses from the Herne Bay area. So, as this is the pilot show, we have a very special guest. Probably the most important guest that I'll probably ever have on the show. So maybe I peaked a little bit early, hopefully not. But let me introduce you to none other than Tony Rouse.
Hello, hi.
My dad.
Yeah, hello everyone. Can't you see the similarity?
The good looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this might be a bit strange, but I'm going to ask you some questions as though I don't really know you.
Okay, far away. We've never met before. My name's Tony. Pleased to meet you, Haydon.
Pleased to meet you, Tony.
Okay.
So tell me about yourself.
Right, okay, where do you want to start?
Well, what do you do for business? Or are you working? Or?
I'm semi-retired. I'm a semi-retired bookkeeper. It's not my actual profession that I've followed throughout my life. I've had numerous jobs, but I've been bookkeeping probably for the last 15 years for my sins, working and preparing stuff for HMRC, the Inland Revenue. So I'm sure everybody loves the Inland Revenue, as I do.
Hiss.
Yeah, boo hiss. Yes.
What made you start into bookkeeping?
Fell into it by accident, actually. I was working in London for a company, working for a guy that was quite an entrepreneur. He did loads of bits and pieces at the time. We were importing, exporting, and I started to do a bit of bookkeeping for him while he was otherwise engaged. And subsequently, when he decided that he was going to go and live abroad, he moved to Spain. By that time, I was effectively doing all his clients for him, handling all the paperwork, all the submissions and so on. So I had the sort of format in place, and I retained a couple of his clients and moved back down to the local area, back to Whitstable.
Right.
And then it just sort of grew from there. And very lucky in the sense that I've never, ever had advertised. It just goes from
word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
That's excellent. So you mentioned there that you moved back to Whitstable. Whereabouts are you now? Whereabouts do you live now?
We're in Herne Bay now. We've been here for the last 12 years. So.
Right. And what is it that you particularly like about Herne Bay?
Well, you better speak to my wife. She's not here today, but she was the instigator of the move. We lived in Cromwell Road for 17 or 18 years. We moved around the world effectively. We lived in Spain for a year and different houses in Whitstable.
Right.
Moved quite a few times.
But you've also come back to this sort of area, sort of Whitstable, Herne Bay.
I actually call it Whit Bay.
Do you?
I call it Whit Bay.
Whit
yes.
Bay. Okay.
Yeah. So then that way I'm not offending too many people from either town.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. And when you're not working, what do you enjoy doing? What have you got any hobbies or interests?
Yep, I have. I enjoy woodwork. I haven't had a lot of time the last few years, but I'm scaling down my business now. So now's the time that I shall carry on doing the woodworking. I love doing that. I've got a workshop down the bottom of the garden. And my other passion is local football.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just local football, not so much the Premiership or anything else. It's just local football.
Okay, and you're quite heavily involved with Whitstable Town?
Yeah, not as much now as I was. I did have a stint for a couple of years as chairman, which was rather exciting,
right, to
say the least. And I'm very lucky. We managed to get promotion during my time as chairman, so that was quite good fun.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And what do you like most about living in Whit Bay?
Whit Bay. It's really strange. Wherever you live in the world, you know, you always take it all for granted. And the only time that you appreciate where you live is when you come back from somewhere. And we are very lucky. We've got the sea on our doorstep. We've got forest, lean forest. We've got... The only thing we lack around here is mountains.
That's true.
But we've got cliff edges because we've got the chalk cliffs at Dover and everything else. So that's the one thing I miss.
It gets a little bit higher at Reculver as well.
Yeah, it does. It does. But yeah, so there's the diversity of the countryside, country lanes. whenever friends come down from other parts of England, they love the area. So yeah, it's just nice.
Yeah, we're very lucky, very lucky. So you've said that you've done various different things for your career and your business.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody were sort of starting a new business or in business, your years of experience, is there any particular tip that you would give?
Yes, I think this might sound a bit flippant, but if you're going to start a job, whatever it might be, you've got to have a passion for it.
Yeah,
and that doesn't
definitely.
always come through initially. It might be that you've been doing it for a couple of years and then really start to enjoy it rather than just doing it as a job. But one thing about starting up a business right from scratch, whatever it might be, making mugs or anything.
Yeah.
If you decide you're going to make mugs, you've got to take the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit of a silly thing to say, but if you don't take the second step, you'll fall over. It's a bit like walking.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to take the first step.
Definitely.
Once you've made your mind up, you're going to take the first step. Everything else falls into place.
Yes, I agree. I think too many people are ideas people. They say, "Oh, I've got a great idea," and they don't actually action it. And as you said, take that first step.
No, that's right. Very important.
So,
just back yourself, in other words. Have confidence in what your ability, what your idea, your plan, whether you're going to open a coffee shop, news agents, whatever it might be. You've just got to have confidence in your own ability and the idea that you've got. See it through.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, this has been the pilot episode of the Haydon Rouse Show. As I say, it's going to be about me meeting the people and visiting some of the places around Herne Bay. And I hope you'll stick with it and listen and find out some information about where you live. So thank you very much, Tony.
That's good. You're
Dad?
welcome. Dad, yeah, you're welcome. It's been fun.
So we've just finished filming the pilot episode, and thank you very much for watching. If you know of anybody who might be interested on coming on the show and having a chat about Herne Bay, their business or their organisation, doesn't need to be a business, it could be a charity, as long as they're in or around Herne Bay, I'd love to meet with them and have a chat. I've got a few different plans I'd like to do for the show. One of them is running competitions and giveaways and things. But I really appreciate it if you could share it and like the video. So press that little like button and maybe subscribe as well. And you can contact me at my website, www.haydonrouse.com. Also, I'm going to put the contact details in the comment section underneath if you're watching this on YouTube. So, yeah, get in touch and then you can be on the next episode of the Haydon Rouse Show.